been a long day, but Ag Teacher Thoughts here coming at you with another video. It is the Saturday of spring break. I've been here, I think about 4.5 hours, working with the plants, planting baskets. Yes, greenhouse when you're an ag teacher, if it is decent size, it can become like a part-time job. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a shift from what we've been doing. So, you know, up until this point, we've been planting mixed sun baskets. And we're going to take a departure and we're going to do some shade to part shade baskets. And we're going to use some stuff that I seeded that's finally large enough that I can see a real good pattern on the leaves and think it's going to make some decent baskets. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some of our ingredients that we normally have. So this is your Bacopa Blue. That one you're familiar with. I've used that in several different baskets. And in this recipe, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use 2 of those in the basket, and we're going to put them opposite one another. And then we're going to fill it in with our next ingredient. And that is Coleus. Now, Coleus is in the mint family. You can see that by the square stem. So when I take those out, I'll be able to show you a square stem on there. Each set of leaves is offset by 90 degrees. The stem is square. That makes it the mint family. And this one has definitely like a nettle-like leaf, but they are all sorts of different vibrant colors. And all of these I've grown from seed, and I'm very, very happy with how they're turning out. So a lot of my Coleus are in 4-inch, but the majority of them I've been trying to get through my baskets, so they've been a little neglected. And I have a whole bunch still in plug trays. So we're going to use some Coleus, we're going to use some Bacopa, and we're going to make a mixed shade basket or part sun basket. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ends off of the Bacopa because I want that to bush out and fill in nicely. And this is what's going to cascade along the edges of my pot. So it's going to hang down and cover the edges of that pot. And the upright stuff in there, and yes, these are going to be upright, that is going to be the Coleus. So just as normal, we're going to go ahead and put those opposite of one another. So one goes that direction, and this other one goes the opposite direction. And I'm going to kind of try to aim it this direction. And Bacopa are a shade to part sun plant. You can put them in the sun as long as they have plant cover to hide under, which is why I've got them in some of my mixed baskets. They can weave down between the leaves and stay nice and shady. So there you go. I've got my 2 4-inch, and now I'm going to start grabbing some plugs out of the plug tray and use those. So before I do that, I'm going to fill up a lot of the soil in this pot. And yeah, you know, normally some of you are going to say, well, hey, why aren't you transplanting them out of 4-inch? Isn't that what you traditionally do? Yes, it is. I've been busy. I've been planting baskets. The Coleus are something we planted from seed. It didn't cost me a lot for the seed. It cost me a lot for the patented plug material that we're getting in the ground. So that is always a priority. So these were coming second. We can go ahead and just stick the tags in there now. And then I'm going to go through and I'm just going to pick some Coleus I like. They're going to come out. Some of them aren't. Okay, there's a couple of them. And I'm just going to plant them in here, in amongst these others. I'm going to put 3 Coleus in there that I like. Let's see. Let's do a lemon yellow one. There we go. And this just goes really quick, fairly quick and easy. There you go. Look at that. We've got some Bacopa. We've got some Coleus. We added some potting soil. There's a mixed shade basket. And this Coleus will grow up quite nicely. So it's going to grow up and it's going to fill in and it's going to be quite bushy. These I may tomorrow move back over into the shade house so that they have a chance to, or the research house. It's a little bit darker. I can pull some shade up over it when the weather gets a little bit hotter. But right now they're going to be out here where they can get into the fertilizer water and we can make sure that we've got them going. So we're going to put a hanger on them as traditional. But yeah, it's a quick basket. You guys see how quick that was? No real tucking stuff down. Just going to put that in there. Put the 2 pots in there, fill in the little bit of a gap, and then plant the plugs. It goes really quick. And Coleus, over the last few years, have gotten to the point where they're fairly popular, and there's been a lot of breeding work done. And there's vibrant reds, there's deep maroons, there's bright yellows. There's ones that are called, I know there was one that I've seen before called Hot Lava. But fantastic names, fantastic designs, and this is definitely one we're going to watch as they grow and see how much better they get. So let's do that again. We're going to take our Bacopa, trim off the ends of that again, make it branch. Okay, tag down here, pot up here, nestle it into the side. Grab my next Bacopa. I'll take this one. Okay, there's that. Now let's see if I can find some mixes I like. It's kind of a mix between the two of those. So there's our plugs. I was telling you how they had a square stem. See how that stem is square there? Okay, and the leaves are offset by 90 degrees. Go ahead and fill in the rest of the soil. So when you're doing these, you are going to use more potting soil because you are filling in the volume that the 4-inch normally take up if you're just going to plant directly from plugs. Okay. There's my 3 leaf choices. I'm going to put this one in the center because it's like the mix of the two. I just make a little hole. I put the Coleus in. Make a little hole. Put the Coleus in. And so forth. There you go. There's another one. We don't forget the tags. We put those in. We put the hanger on and we go for it. Now this was just a mixed seed packet. One that I found at a farm store, and I planted it up, and it takes a while for Coleus to come up from seed. So if you don't have them in the ground already, it's going to be hard to make baskets out of Coleus. So having these as plugs, keeping them in the other house and kind of keeping them as a backup, definitely is going to allow me to be a little bit further ahead. Okay, there's basket 2. I think we're going to do 4 of these. I think that's what I've prepped the Bacopa for. Or prepped is 4 Bacopa. Oh, that branch is broken, so cut it off where it's broken. So when my family was running our nursery, we were in a much milder climate than here, and we did a lot of shade baskets. This is kind of an experiment for me here. I've not done shade baskets. I don't know how well they're going to do in the summer heat. I did my own begonia basket as an experiment. Non-stop tuberous begonias are not for this region. They do not do well. I had mine just up and die on me. It just got too hot where my home is located. We had temperatures above 110, and that was just too much. Didn't like it. It died. Now, the one that I did have that survived, actually I had a couple of them. The one that survived became a houseplant. And begonias aren't really good for houseplants. It's not Rex begonias. It's non-stop tuberous begonias. They just don't make good houseplants. All right. I want this one out, and it doesn't want to come. Okay, I want that one. This one. No, I can't do too much of the fancy colors, or I will run out of the fancy colors. I'll just have commons. So I got to put a common in with my fancies. Put that one right in the center. That's a pretty one. Ooh, the bottom side of the leaf has a red flare on it too. That's kind of neat. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh, the heater kicked on. It's gonna get loud here, sorry. Must have dropped below 65 in here. Yep. Thermometer's back there, it says it's 65. Glad the heater's kicking on, that way I know it's gonna work tonight. And this is gonna be the last stuff I plant up tonight. Gonna go home. Been picking up and moving heavy things all day, planting plants. Yeah, greenhouses aren't exactly quiet. Okay, there's that one. We're gonna do one more. One more. Oh. I don't know where the tag went for this Bacopa. Sometimes students will stick a tag in one side of the pot and the other, thinking they're sticking it in one of them. So, one of those pots over there is going to have 2 tags in it, so I got to go find that. But I'll plant this basket first. There we go. This is a little bit of sunburn. These leaves got sunburn. They got dried out and they sunburn. Bacopa can sunburn, so be careful of that. Okay, add our soil. Like I said, a lot more soil in these. Okay. That one's got 2 in it. We'll take it though. That'll be kind of fun. We'll put that one over here. There's our next kind. We'll put that over here. Oh, there's another twofer. You know what? If there's going to be twofers like this, I'm going to move this one to the center. I'm going to put this on the outside. There's 2 seedlings there. Put that there. Okay. There's the other tag. All right, put that hanger on. And then we will call it quits for the night and get everything watered. All these brand new baskets need to be watered. Boy, that's going to be a pretty basket. Anyway, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed. Ag Teacher Thoughts out.